anything comes into the surface, it comes from deep within. And it's always, it comes from within you. That means it was within you before. And that's why it comes into the surface to free itself.
So it's a memory.
Yeah. It's a stored memory.
It's a stored memory.
And the memory can be stored in the storage of memory, in the mind, and in every cell of our body. In the feelings, it's in the cellular memory. So we actually feel it in the memory, and sometimes we would see images, sometimes we won't. Yeah? So if anything arises, it comes from within. If it comes from within, it was prior, there already. So I have to be very grateful and happy that it came into the surface, because otherwise it would be still there. Yes? This is where the Vasanas come into the surface. One of the things is that the mind, out of conditioning, says, because of this, that's what arose. When the truth is, we don't really know. We say, yeah, it's a trigger. The thing is that it arose because it arose. And if you keep it neutral, that's the best. We can look at Yoga Vashista, and there in the beginning he has a paragraph, very, very nice, that describes it. Because of a particular sensation or experience or when you have glimpses of yourself, the mind reacts to it.
So the mind is searching for a situation that matches the feeling?
Basically, the mind is, it's like unknown for the mind, yet it is known for you. The direct experience of who you are is, it's like, if we'll change the word, is knowing yourself as yourself. Undoubtedly, that's the only thing one can ever know is themselves. All the rest, they imagine themselves to be. Okay? Because the mind is imaginary, it cannot know yourself. Yet, yourself can shine through the mind, illuminate it, and through the illumination, the mind would have the realization of the light illuminating it through, and then it can speak on behalf of yourself.
Okay.
Yet the mind doesn't have the experience of yourself. You're the one who have the experience, and the mind appears inside the experience of yourself. So when there's particular experience, the mind might react to it because it doesn't know what it is.
And then it has to create a story.
And then it imagines.
But it goes back into the memory bank in order to create that imagination.
Or it just gets scared.
Or just gets scared too.
Yeah.
It doesn't attempt to find something solid to represent that fear.
It would do it by a story, tell itself a story.
Yeah, that's what it does. But by going so not, don't get involved in that story. Yes.
Or watch through it.
Or watch through it.
Okay, like
yeah. Face it.
I want to emphasize that you would watch me. Let's say I'm the fear itself appearing within you. Now, as you watch me, watch through me. Like, watch all around me, beyond me. So one moment I appeared solid as fear, and the next moment
you were the focus, and then
your focus of attention shifted. So
it became wider.
yeah. So because this is an object, so it won't dissipate like thought, like fear. Because fear is a concept, is an image, right?
It's associated with an image.
It's a projected image.
Yes, it is. It projects the image. It in itself, it's not an image.
Right.
It's a sensation.
Right. Except upon that sensation, the way it gets scared because it imagines something negative. If I imagine something positive, I desire it. When I imagine something negative, I say, I don't want it. So the fear, when it's projecting, I don't see really what it is projecting, yet I don't want it. That means it projects something unwanted.
So therefore, I have to find something physical.
So 1 second.
To push it away.
You don't have to. Because what the mind projects will happen, that it would lose itself. And it seems like you're going to lose yourself. You would come to realize that you
cannot be lost.
That's right. Can never be lost. Then this fear would start to lose its ground.
So in the beginning, I got to actually talk myself into it.
That's a way. You can talk, like, be friends with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's a gentle approach. Like,
I have to hold hands with it.
Just an analogy. I see it leaning in. Leaning in means, let's say something cuts my breath. I can't breathe. So impulsively what people want to is breathe more, right?
Yes, take a deep breath.
I say, stop your breath. Go with that with full awareness, because you, instead of it running you made a conscious choice to go with that and really see, explore what happened. You will come to realize that nothing ever happens to you.
That you're going to end up breathing anyhow. That's the beauty.
Just the analogy. The same happens with the fear.
It's a very good analogy,
Yeah.
because you stop the breath and you'll find out that no fear. You're going to breathe whether you like it or not.
Yeah, the air is breathing the body. Or the prana is moving the air, which is breathing the body. So the analogy and the example is to go into it. It's like in the martial art they teach you, if somebody pulls you, you step into them.
Step in.
Habitually, when somebody pulls me, I pull back. Yeah? So when a fear arises, because it's unwanted, I want to withdraw, pull away. And I say, no, look into it. Look into it, through it. That means the presence of awareness would pierce through it. Because it permeates it. It's like light. No matter where you bring the light, it removes dense darkness. Keep bringing the light by, it's your whole attention into, not, it's looking at it, it's looking through it. You would have to explore it experientially. I'll give another example. When fear arises, which is a projection, yes, of an unwanted, this, I don't want this, I don't want what it imagines, even if I don't see the imagination. I am as presence of awareness inside the fear.
If I don't want it, why is it surfacing?
That's cleanse.
It means I can't do anything about it.
Right. You cannot stop the waves. Yet the ocean is not affected if there are waves or no waves.
So then I have to accept it.
So
With kindness, gentleness, or goodness.
That's
whatever
that's
it
an
is,
approach.
That's
So being grateful
being grateful.
that is being seen, being grateful that you see it and set yourself free.
Such a opposite approach to what happens actually on the physical plane. You know, if I'm in an elevator, I want to get out of the elevator. I want to get out of that closed space.
So actually,
I don't just go sit down and breathe.
Yet if you will want to get over it,
Yeah.
you will have to go in and be with that and see that nothing happens,
Yeah.
and you break free.